Lord Constantine gave his men strict orders not to enter the forest for any reason. Given that anyone who visited the Charluscan forest tended not to return, Gareth supposed it made for an easy command to obey. The forest itself didn't look all that intimidating. Indeed, it was a pleasant day, considering that the winters along Andorhaim's southern coast tended towards the rainy. It was December of the year of our Lord 1499, with the festival of the Nativity and the New Year a short time away, and the parties of Dux Constantine Licinius and Prince Tywal Gwyrdragon rode east along the coast road. The sky overhead was blue and clear, dotted with puffy white clouds. 50 yards south of the road, the land sloped to the beach and then the sea. The ocean changed colors depending on the light, and today it was a brilliant blue, smashing against the beach in plumes of white foam. 50 yards north of the road stretched the Charluscan forest. Craig grunted. Doesn't look all that dangerous. The appearance of things is often deceiving, said Philip. Gareth was inclined to agree with his friends. Craig was right. The Charluscan forest did not look intimidating. The Carzaluscan forest on the northeastern borders of Andorhaim looked as dangerous as it was. Its ancient trees rose overhead, the overlapping branches forming a canopy, the silence oppressive and menacing. By contrast, the Charluscan forest looked like, a forest, if a bit denser than most.
Do you think they're watching us right now?
Said Jerome. Probably, said Gareth. My father says the ghost stalks can turn invisible for an hour or so every day. He waved a hand at the long line of horsemen and wagons moving east along the road. They wouldn't miss 400 people. Some of their rangers are probably watching to make sure that we stay on the road.
Disturbing thought,
said Jerome, and he crossed himself.
Not really, said Craig. The ghost stalks helped us against the Heptarchy, didn't they?
They did, said Gareth. My father always says we might not have won the war without their help. He expected Craig to mock him for that. Whenever Gareth mentioned his father, Craig almost always made a joke about how Gareth had to be a disappointment to the Constable of Tarlion. But this time Craig didn't. He hated the Heptarchy and took anything related to them seriously.
I've no quarrel with that, Craig said. They helped us chase the Heptarchy into the sea, didn't they? If they want to live in peace in their homeland without strangers trampling mud under the floor, well then let them live in peace. Besides, I reckon they were here first, weren't they? Before humans showed up.
Everyone was here before us, said Philip. All of Andorhaim lies upon conquered land. Or land that had been emptied by the hunger of the Erdmaldar, said Gareth. The city that would become Tarlion had been an abandoned ruin when Malahan Pendragon and his followers had founded the realm of Andorhaim. Craig made a dismissive gesture.
Everybody's been fighting everybody else for thousands of years before humans even showed up. That's what you always say when you quote history at us, isn't it, Southron?
Something like that, yes, said Gareth, and he laughed. The others all looked at him in surprise. Gareth supposed he didn't laugh all that often.
What?
Said Craig, giving him a suspicious look. Nothing, said Gareth. It just occurred to me, though. You've always called me the Southron. He waved his hand at the ocean. And we're as far south as we can go and stay in Andorhaim.
Reckon we are at that, said Craig. At least until the High King pushes the Heptarchy off the Isle of Cordain. Then you can be the mostly Southron.
Jerome scratched his chin.
It doesn't really roll off the tongue. I'm a knight, not a bard.
Gareth's mind wandered as his friends settled into their usual amiable bickering. Most of the conversation revolved around Prince Tywal's impending wedding to Sabrina Arban in Tarlion, which was the entire point of their journey. Craig wondered if the taverns and brothels of Tarlion were equal to those of Centaura. Philip pointed out that they wouldn't have to worry about the spider cult making trouble in Tarlion. The city's walls were warded against dark magic, and neither creatures nor wielders of dark power could pass the city's gates.
We might have to worry about cultists, though, said Gareth. Someone like Adam Tertius didn't have dark magic. He could come and go from Tarlion as he pleased, and he could slip a dagger into the prince's back when we're not looking.
We'll just have to be watchful then, said Philip.
But the prince will be better guarded in Tarlion than in Centaura, said Jerome, as if trying to reassure himself.